Hello dear children, good afternoon everyone. So once again welcome back to the online classes, and you all know that now we are discussing about the unit 6 from your science, that is universe. It is a very interesting topic which you like the most, and in this unit now we are started the first chapter, that is stars, planets and the earth. So already in our previous classes of this chapter we have learned that about the stars. As what are stars? The stars are the luminous heavenly bodies that emit the light and heat of their own. Okay, the luminous we call. Luminous means the objects which emits their own light. They are called as the luminous objects. So since the stars, they are also emit their own light, we can call them luminous bodies. So since they are very large, they are the heavenly bodies. So these are the luminous heavenly bodies that emits the heat and light of their own. They are called as the stars. And we also learned about the planets. So what are planets? Yes, the planets are the heavenly bodies that revolve around the sun. So in our solar system, the sun is there at the center and it is in the fixed position. The sun will not move anywhere. The sun is at the center and it is fixed in its position. And all the 8 planets, they are revolving around the sun. In a fixed path, it is called the orbit. So all the planets, they are revolving around the sun in an elliptical orbit. Yes. And these planets are having some satellites, the natural satellites. So satellites are the smaller heavenly bodies which are revolving around the planets. And some planets, they do not have the satellites. For example, we can say the Venus and Mercury, they don't have the satellites. And our Earth is having one Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. These are the 8 planets, and Saturn is having ring, yes, that is made with the dust particles. And here these 4 planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars. These 4 planets are called as the inner planets, and here it is the Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. So these are called as the outer planets, and these inner and outer planets, they are separated by the belt which is called the asteroid belt. These inner and outer planets, these Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars, these are called as the inner planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. These are called the outer planets, and these inner and outer planets, they are separated by this asteroid belt, and this asteroid belt, they are made with the rocks and dust particles will be there. So this is what the asteroid belt, which separate the planets into inner and outer planets. And we know that the inner planets are smaller in size and the outer planets are larger in size. So about this all we have learned in the previous class. And in our today's class we are going to discuss about some other objects of the solar system. In this class we are going to discuss about some other members of the solar system. So now in our today's class we are going to discuss the other members of the solar system. Other than these planets, what are they in our solar system? That we can going to discuss in our today's class. Okay. Now let me begin the topic, that is other members of the solar system. So there are many other objects are also there other than these planets. So they are asteroids, comets and meteors. So these are the other bodies which are present in the solar system. So they are the asteroids, comets and meteors. Now we can discuss what are these asteroids, comets as well as the meteors. Okay. So now let me repeat. So first we can discuss about the asteroids. And these asteroids are the smaller rocky bodies, means they are made with the rocks. These asteroids are the smaller rocky bodies. Rocky bodies means they are made with the rocks, and these form a belt that is called the asteroid belt. And already we know that this asteroid belt, it separates the planets into 2 parts, means the inner planets and outer planets. Yes, these asteroids are the smaller rocky bodies. So likewise there are many asteroids are there. There is a large gap planets, right? And also in that some of the other, it's in the asteroids only, some asteroids are we can call as the minor planets. Yes, in some asteroids we can also call as the minor planets, because we know that I already said the asteroids are the smaller rocky bodies. So in that only some of the rocky bodies are there. Some of these asteroids, they are called as the minor planets. The reason is they are little bit smaller than the planets, because they are similar to the planets but they are smaller in size than the planets. But they looks like the planets but they are smaller in size. That is why we call them as the minor planets. And there are some larger asteroids are also there. Some larger asteroids are also there, and those larger asteroids are called the planetoids. The larger asteroids are called planetoids. Yes. So likewise the asteroids can be also termed as minor planets, as well as some larger asteroids are called as the planetoids. Okay, these are other terms for the asteroid. So already in the beginning we have already learned about this. Okay, so asteroids are the smaller rocky bodies and huge number, the large number of asteroids form an asteroid belt. So this asteroid belt separates the planets into inner and outer planets, and some of the asteroids, they are called as the minor planets because they are smaller than the planets. So that they are called as minor planet. And also some of the larger asteroids are called as planetoids. Okay, this is about the asteroids. And some of the larger asteroids, some example for the larger asteroid are, the largest asteroid is Ceres. The largest asteroid is Ceres. So this Ceres is the largest asteroid, means it is the biggest one. So in the amount, because we say that some are smaller than the planets and some asteroids are very larger. So in that only the largest asteroid is Ceres, and the Vesta and Pallas. These are the other example for the larger asteroids. Okay, the Vesta and Pallas. These are some example for the asteroids. Okay, some of these are also the asteroids. Okay, and the largest asteroid is Ceres. Right. So this is about the asteroids. And here, other than these asteroids, there are also some other bodies are there. So they are the comets. So now we can discuss what are the comets. So comets are the bodies and these comets are made by the ice, dust and rocks. The comets are the bodies, we can call it as the celestial bodies, and these comets are made by ice, dust and rocks. Ice, dust and rocks. The comets are the bodies which are made by ice, dust and rocks. And when these comets comes closer to the sun, what happens? So it is having the ice. Okay. Okay. So ice means we know that it is the solid form of water. So when the temperature is very less, that time the water that gets converted into ice. Right. So when these comets, they come closer to the sun. What is the temperature of the sun? Yes, it is very large, more than 5000 degrees Celsius. Yes, no? So that the sun is very hot. And when these comets come closer to it, the frozen part means the ice is there in the comets. So this frozen part gets evaporated, means it will convert it into gaseous form and thus form the tail. So likewise, so it forms the tail like this. So like this the comets, okay, it forms the tails like this, and this tails direction, it is opposite to the sun. Yes, the tail and the direction of this comet is opposite to the sun. Okay, so when these ice, dust and rock particles, the comets which are made with this all, so ice also present. Ice means it is the frozen form. So when this frozen form of all these particles, when they comes closer to the sun, so this frozen part gets evaporated and turned into gaseous state. And then the tail, yes, this is called the tail of a comet, and this tail of the comet, its direction is opposite to the sun. Okay, this is how the comets will appear. And one comet, the name is Halley. So the Halley comet. So this Halley comet, so we can see this comet in 75 to 76 years. We can observe the Halley's comet for every 75 or 5 to 76 years. Once in a 75 to 76 years. In this once we can see. Okay. So that already it was seen in the year of 1986. This comet, the Halley's comet, it was observed in the year of 1986. So just count the next 75 to 76 year means when we can observe it. Yes, we can observe it in the year of 2061 to 2062. So in these 2 years, either 61 or 62, 2061 or 2062, either any one of the year we can observe the Halley's comet, because it is observed every 75 or 76 years. Means once in a 75 or 76 years. So that already it was observed in 1986, and next if we count, if we add 75 or 76 years to this year, so it will come 2061 or 2062. In these years we can see. So we may also see the Halley's comet. Yes, no? Okay. So these are the comets, and comets are the bodies, and these are made with ice, dust and rocks. Okay. And next the other bodies are the bodies, they are just similar to the asteroids but smaller in the size. Okay. Some other bodies are there. They are similar to the asteroids but they are smaller in size, and when they meteors. Okay, so these are similar to the asteroids, but they are much smaller than the asteroids in size. Okay, they are much smaller, and when they enter the Earth's atmosphere and burns as a shooting stars are called meteors. Okay, and these meteors meteors that do not burn completely and strike the Earth's atmosphere, they are called as meteoroids. Okay, some of these meteors only, when they do not burn completely, when they partially burns, that time they enter the objects, they will enter directly into the Earth, and those we call as meteorites. Yes, and these meteorites, they are very helpful in studying the objects by which they are made with. So that when the meteors, when they enter the Earth, so there some of the remains will be, we can find in the Earth. So when we study that objects, we can able to understand by which object means the space, which objects are there in the space, and what kind of materials are there in that, in the asteroids or in the meteors and all, which kind of materials are there. So to study that all, these will helpful. Okay, so this is about the other members of the solar system. Is it clear? Okay. And now we can move towards the planet Earth. Yes. So where we are living? Yes. We all are there in the Earth. Yes. We are all living on the Earth. And the Earth is the third planet, and it is spherical in shape, and like the other planets, the Earth is also revolving around the Sun. Yes, no? And our Earth is having around 3/4 of water. It is made with 3/4 of water. Means when we divide the Earth into 4 parts, so 3 parts will be made with the water. That is the reason when we observe the Earth from the space, it looks like blue in color, and that is the reason we call our Earth as the blue planet. Yes, we call Earth as the blue planet because the 3/4 of the Earth is made with the water. So see, if we divide the Earth into 4 parts, the 3 part is filled with the water and 1 part is the land, so that when we observe it and all the water is not there at the same place, just for understanding I draw this. So water, it is distributed in the lakes, rivers and all. So throughout, if we take all the water, if you count the amount of water, so 3/4 of the Earth's surface, it is filled with the water, and that is why it looks blue in color when we observe it from the space, and that is why we call Earth as the blue planet. Okay, and it was believed that the scientists, according to the scientists, the Earth was formed around, means it was formed some about 4.6 billion years ago. So according to the scientists, our Earth was formed some around 4.6 billion years ago. Yes, 4.6 billion, not billion it is. 4.6 billion years ago our Earth was formed, and also it is believed that before our Earth was, it is like a large sphere of burning gases. So now how the Earth surface, the soil, rocks, mountains, hills, everything is there. So it was not like that in the beginning. In the beginning stage of the Earth, it was just like the the burning gas. Now how the sun is there. So likewise, our earth is also like the burning gases. So later, the day by day, the outer layers, it is frozen and it is formed as the surface and the water, everything we are having now. So it is believed to be that the earth is formed in this manner. And also we know that how the soil is also formed. Yes, when the rocks they get crushed by the sunlight, wind and water, so they will form the small particles of the rock and those will be again converted into soil. So likewise, the day by day, the many things will be started go on forming, and now we have all the necessary things to survive in it. So earth is having the water, air, soil, sunlight, the optimum amount. So how much amount of temperature it is required to live or to sustain the life. So that much proper amount of every needed necessary things, the basic things, these are all. The soil, water, air and sunlight, these are the basic things to survive, and all are there only in the earth. That is the reason the life exists only on the earth. So no other planets are having the life, because in some planets there is no water, there is no soil, there is no air. Yes. So likewise, so all the things are present only on the earth, and that is why the life exists only on the earth. Okay. So this is what the earth, and the layers of the earth, there are different layers are there. So as I said before, it was believed that earth was the huge ball of the burning gases, and later when it cools down, the earth crust is formed. So likewise, the earth is having different layers, and what are the different layers that we can discuss now. The layers of the earth. There are three layers are there. So the three layers of the earth are so the first one is the core. It is the interior part. So completely the center part, we can say the core. And the second one is the mantle. So the mantle is the upper layer of this core. And the last one is the earth's crust. Okay, the crust. So these are the three layers of the earth. So first one is the core, it is the center part, and we can say the origin. And the mantle, this mantle covers the core, and the crust, it is the outer layer of the earth. So now we can discuss in detail about this. First one, the core. So this core, it is the center of the earth, and it is the huge ball of the burning gases. So here, it is the center, it is the huge ball made of heavy metals, and in the core it has two parts. The core, one is inner core and another one is outer core. Yes, the core is having two parts, one is inner core and another one is outer core, and the inner core is solid. This inner core, it is solid in state, and the outer core is molten. Molten means it is liquid in the state. So the core is the center of the earth, and the core is divided into two parts or two layers. One is inner core and another one is outer core. Inner core is solid in state and outer core is molten state. Okay, and hence here that core is very hot. The core, the center part, it is very hot, and it is having around 600 conditions in the interior part of the earth is very high. Both the pressure and the temperature condition will be very high in the interior part of the earth. Okay. And the next one is the mantle. The mantle, it is the layer above the core, means above the outer core, and this is called the mantle, and it forms the middle layer of the earth. This mantle, it forms the middle layer of the earth, and it is consisting of molten rocks. The mantle, it is the middle layer, it forms the middle layer of the earth, and it is having the molten rocks which consist of minerals and metals. Minerals as well as metals are present in the mantle. So mantle is it is the layer next to the core, it covers the core, and then it forms the middle layer of the earth, and it is having the molten rocks, means in the form of liquid, and this is containing the minerals and metals. So this is the middle layer of the earth, and the uppermost layer, it is called the crust, or we can also call it as earth's crust. So here this is what the outer layer of the earth, outer layer of the earth, and here the life, the living creatures, they are all found on the crust. This is the upper, or it is the outer layer of the earth, so that it is having the soil, water, everything, so that even the sunlight also reaches on the crust of the earth, so that even it is having the water in the lakes, rivers, oceans and all, so that the life is present in the crust, in the earth's crust. So now I will show you, and even it is having the hills, mountains and plateaus also. So now you can see the structure of the earth. Yes, this is the structure of the earth, so that you can see here, this is the inner core, yes, the center part, this is the inner core, and it is the solid part, yes, and this inner core, it is having the two layers, the core is having two layers, one is inner core and another one is outer core next to it. So you can see this here. So inner core is the solid and outer core is molten in state, and next to that is the mantle. Yes, it is the mantle and it forms the middle layer, and here the upper mantle is also there, and here this forms the middle layer, and the mantle comprises molten rocks made with minerals and metals, and the last layer, it is called the crust, and that is the outermost layer of the earth, and which supports the life because it has landforms in it, such as hills are there, mountains are there, plateaus are there, so etc. They are all present here, and also liquid water also exists here in the different sources like lakes, rivers and also oceans, and the crust is made up of different kinds of rocks. Yes, these are all present on the crust, and this is about the planet Earth and the three layers of the Earth. Okay, and also you might have learned about the volcanoes. Yes, so the volcanoes which are erupted, they are, when it is erupt, it is very thin, and it is having the huge, the molten lava will be there, so lava will be explode, it will be come out from the earth crust, and it is having the burning gases and also the ash. Yes, the ash is present and many gases also. It releases the molten lava and some gases and also the burning ash in it. So it releases these all to the atmosphere, and call them as the volcanic mountains. So they are some natural calamities. Okay. So this is about the planet Earth, and I hope you have understood this. So this is all about the stars, planets and the Earth chapter. So I hope you have understood about the astronomy and also the planets, constellations, satellites and the stars, and also the inner and outer planets and some other members of the solar system, as well as about the planet Earth. So I hope you have understood this, and even though if you have any doubts, you can contact me and clarify your doubts. So with this, I will conclude my today's class, and in the next class we can discuss the next chapter of this unit. Okay. So till that, take care. Thank you. Have a nice day.